Hello there, Inspired Nation. PK Kalaku here. Welcome to Inspired Entrepreneur. Well, my guest today is Sibongile Mongadi from Ukuhamba, which is a business that deals with artificial limos. But Sibongile, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Paseka, for hosting me at Inspired Entrepreneurs.
You're welcome. I think let's start here. Who's Sibongile? Where is Sibongile from?
Okay, Sibongile is originally from Mapetla, Soweto.
Oh, you're Sowetan?
Yes.
Awesome.
And I know maybe at times people would be, why is your name like in Zulu, but your surname is in like Spedi or Zulu,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah.
I'm raised by both my parents. My mom is from a Zulu family, and then my late dad is from a Pedi family.
Oh, Pedi and Zulu.
Yes.
Okay.
So actually my other name is Lebogang.
All right.
The reason why I was named Lebogang was because before actually my mom gave birth to me, you know, my parents were in a position that my late dad was either he was going to lose my mom or me.
Wow.
Because
for real?
Yes, because I was my mom got very ill while my mom was still
In
pregnant.
labor.
Yes, in
Yes,
labor.
okay.
So then, but with God's grace, they got to hospital in time. Nothing happened, and then that's how like all my parents from my mother's side and my dad's side they came together and at the hospital. Then they said Sibongile, which was from my mother's family, you know, and then from my dad's family they came and said Lebogang. So that's why I have this combination of Sibongile and Lebogang.
You're a special kid. No wonder why you're such an amazing entrepreneur.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so you grew up in Soweto. Your father is Tswana.
Pedi.
Your mother is Zulu. Yes. Okay, but I understand that. What kind of a family environment did you grow up in? Because I'm trying to understand, how do you then move to saying, I want to be an entrepreneur? What motivated you to make such a decision?
Okay, I'm from a background of 8 siblings, and I was raised by both parents whom were self-employed. My mom.
Also, so by self-employed, you mean your parents were entrepreneurs themselves?
Yes.
Because there's a difference.
Yes. I'm saying like my mom used to sell like sweets at school, and my late dad transported kids at school.
Oh.
So
So the schools were making money for the family.
Yes, because they were both self-employed, but they could take care of us, you know, and we all went to school and completed our school and went to varsity and all that.
So as a young kid who was yourself in school, you know, you could see your friends, their parents woke up in the morning and went to work and they came back very late. But your mother was selling sweets at school. Your father obviously woke up to transport kids and took them from school once again in the afternoon. Did you know at the time that they were running businesses, or it was just they are working and that's it? I can get sweets myself.
That's a quite interesting question. For me, at first, I remember while I was still at school, at times it would be hurting in a way. Because, you know, when you have friends, you know,
Yes.
and your friends will be like sharing this, telling you that, hey, today it's the 25th, today it's the 15th, my mom is getting paid, my dad is getting paid.
Yes.
But to me, it did not register that, you know, that actually, when is my dad or my mom's
Getting
paid day,
paid,
you know?
yes.
So in a way, I would be like, you know, hurt. But I remember this one day, my primary teacher, you know, Mem Musetla once said to me, they had this thing of like, if your parent is working, stand up, you know.
Yes.
And I remained seated, you know.
Wow.
And my teacher like provoked me and said, why are you sitting?
Sit down.
Yes. And I was like, my parents are not working, you know. Then she said, says who?
Okay, that's
For the fact that every day they're waking up every
Yes.
day and they're doing something, they are working, you know.
Yes.
And so to me, I was like, nah, I still don't believe
You
her,
don't understand what's
Yes,
going on.
it never made sense, you know. But actually, then I started learning, and one day I sat there and said, but actually it does make sense, you know.
Yes.
Then that's where, like, actually I started coming out of my shell and accepting that, you know what, yes, I need to embrace the fact that I'm raised by both self-employed parents, you
Yes.
know. And now the journey, like, remains, like, the joy remains in the journey of my becoming in such a way that I used to, like, go to school. While I was at school, I'll do all your extramural whatsoever. But when I get home, but I knew like my task that I help my mom with, you know, what you call with your sweets, I'm a keep your kotas and everything, you know. So I think it also that in a way I like inherited the entrepreneurship spirit at a young age, you know, because I was helping my mom.
That's very interesting,
Yes.
Sibongile. So if you could just go back in time, how old do you think you were at the time when you were studying now to help your mother in your own business?
I think I was 9, because I remember when my mom started like selling sweets at our very school. I was doing grade 2,
Yes.
and I was like 8 years
Yes.
by then.
Is that when you said your parents are not working?
Yes.
Okay, now you've got 8 siblings. Well, maybe you being the 8th one. Is any of your siblings an entrepreneur also, or is just you?
By far, like I have 8 siblings.
Yes.
But I lost 3 siblings, so meaning now we are 5 left.
Okay.
And then, but by far, all 4 of them.
Yes.
Sorry to say that, but none of them have that entrepreneurial spirit.
Yes.
Besides my younger brother, because I remember one of the things that always inspires me is my younger brother. My younger brother currently, he's studying your IT. So there was this one day when they asked him to apply for a job whatsoever. So he like said it boldly that he's not going to apply for a job.
Interesting man.
As soon as he completes his studies, he's going to start his own business. And till today, he has not applied for any job.
You must tell your brother I want to meet him sometime. So now, out of all your siblings, you are the only one who decided I'm going to go to business. Do you think your parents are proud of you, seeing that they themselves were entrepreneurs or are still entrepreneurs?
Okay, let me tell you another exciting story about it. But I started school. I completed my matric.
Yes.
I went to varsity, but
Which varsity is this now?
at Boston Media House,
Okay.
where I was doing my media studies. But like I was studying like part-time,
Yes.
Then I went to the corporate space where like I was
So
working.
you working and studying?
Studying, yes.
Busy lady.
Then what happened was, I remember due to finances and everything, I could not further my studies in.
Okay.
And then I had to pause with my studies.
Yes.
And just continue working in the corporate space.
Yes.
And then while I was working in the corporate space, but I always knew, like, with my late baby sister, to say that in all that we do, one day we want to go back and give back to the community, you understand?
That's good. Yes, absolutely.
And what I remember is that sometime last year, I remember when I said, like, you know what, I'm done with the corporate space. I just had to resign from the corporate space. So now, I was
But
sure.
I'm sure that was not an easy decision.
It was not an easy decision.
What propelled you to take such a difficult decision to say, I'm leaving my comfort zone and tapping into the world of the unknown where there are no guarantees whatsoever?
I think at times you trust the process,
Trust the process. I love that. Yeah.
and also believe that, once you have found your purpose is bigger than anything.
Yes.
Because I remember, like, when I was in this chain of self-development, one of the things that I discovered about myself was that I'm actually a social entrepreneur,
Yes.
I'm someone who likes to better other people's life, Then last year, I made the decision to say that, you know what, this is my last year. Even if I'm a breadwinner at home, but I'm just going to quit
I'm
work,
taking my bags, I'm leaving.
But then,
Yes.
I remember I only approached my mentor, Mema Pifu, to say that this is what I want to do,
Yeah.
And then she said, like, you know what, I'm going to support you and I'm going to be behind you 100%,
Yeah.
But then now, to me, I was like, but how am I going to confront my mom and tell my mom that I'm not going to be...
It's always tricky.
Yeah,
I understand those are some of the challenges we had to go through.
Yes.
But then the decision to start a business in artificial lemur, where does that come from? Because I'm very curious, and I'm sure our listeners would want to, and viewers as well would want to know.
Okay, as I said, like, naturally, like, I'm a social entrepreneur, whatever I do, I love, like, giving back to the community, to say I need to bring something that will have a positive impact in the society and such. So there was this other story, it was published under Department Health News 24 online, something like that.
Okay.
And I read about this man was talking about Charlotte Macdaka Hospital.
Yes, Shalom, I know it, yes.
Yes. So, and I'll just quote that man. He said that, like, we amputees, every time when we go to the hospital, we are always being kept in the bed because there are no processing in the hospital, like your artificial limbs and everything.
Yes. So
So,
the hospital it doesn't have a lot of resources to cater for most people.
that basically that's what happening. But by then, when I was reading it, I had no idea what could be the cause or what could be going wrong.
Yes.
Then I started like reading more about it, and I was also provoked by one of those men said, "Are we living in a country of social rejection?"
Interesting.
Then to me now, that was one of the things that like it provoked me in such a way that clearly there's something that needs to be done. Then I continued doing my research, and I also found out when there was this man saying that he was retrenched from work because
He was amputated.
yes.
Yes.
And when he went to hospital, to Baragwanath Hospital, he was told like maybe he will have to get his prosthetic like after 5 years or whatsoever.
Wow.
So
So you can only undergo the process or another operation after 5 years.
that's what the article said and under News 24.
Yes.
So then to me now, clearly I said, okay,
But then let me ask you something also, Sibongile. This thing, you see this story on the newspaper, you get touched, you get inspired at the same time. But we're now talking about public hospital facilities.
Yes.
Is it the same case with private hospitals?
I'm not sure with private hospitals, but according to my researchers, I did the research and also interviewing the people that actually makes this prosthetics whatsoever.
By that, people who make it, you mean the manufacturers themselves?
Yeah, they're like,
Are they
'cause
like local ones here from South Africa, or do we outsource them from somewhere globally?
what I know with Charlotte McClelke,
Yes.
Charlotte McClelke currently, there is no one who manufactures that. So meaning that indeed they have to keep the patient in bed or they have to refer them to Baragwanath Hospital.
No, but isn't it that the hospital can't manufacture those things, but they would get manufacturers who would supply them? Because they're not in the business of manufacturing, but of healing people. And for that to happen, you need to buy or rather outsource things like your artificial limbs, for example. So why are they then sending people to a different hospital? What is happening?
Okay, with currently Baragwanath Hospital, they manufacture their own.
Is it?
It is.
That's pretty interesting.
Otherwise, they actually manufacture.
So there's a
their own.
plant at Para,
There
right
is a
there
plant
at
at Barra.
hospital.
There is a
Wow.
Barra. But one of the challenges is that now it's like Baragwanath is becoming like your headquarters, meaning like every hospital, your public hospital will come there, bring those amputated patients.
Yes.
And already Baragwanath is also sitting on the list with their own patients that are waiting for those.
So would you say that in Johannesburg, for example, most public hospitals, they send people to Baragwanath Hospital?
Yes, most of they do. And now, coming to Baragwanath Hospital, the challenge is that there's lack of resources.
Yes.
You know, because one of the things that to me did not make much of a sense was that how could they spend like your 32 to 52 hours to make one prosthetic limbs? So imagine if they take so much time to make one, then it means like maybe in a month they can only make 10
Yes.
or 20.
Yes.
And let's make like an example, you know, let's estimate to say that maybe they are sitting with a list of 10,000 amputees.
I hear all of that, and I must say it's very, very touching. But how does you, as Ukuhamba, how are you going to solve this problem? Because I can tell that it's a very serious challenge that we're facing in the country. How does your business, where are you going to fit in the whole process?
Okay, for one, as Ukuhamba, like as I said, like through what is happening in our society
Yes.
and in the health sector, I was able to, from my research, I was able to come up with solutions, you know, to say innovative solutions in a way. One of the solutions as well was to talk about the material, as you said, that it is a cause of saying that most of them relies on the exports or on the imports.
Yes.
So that's where I come in to say that I went on the innovative way to say that how about maybe we think of your natural fibers, you know, to say that actually can't we use it as a material actually to manufacture your prosthetic limbs. And I got into that, and that is, you know, working successfully on that according to my research. And then I also managed to say what other technology can be used
Yes.
to minimize the time, since that people are spending like your 32 hours or 52 hours to
Making
make,
just one,
you
one
understand
set,
it?
yes.
Yes, and then I was also able to actually come up with a solution of technology to say that we can produce or whatsoever that processing within an hour, you know.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's just a pity that I don't have the sample of the product. I should have.
But is it the same quality as the one that takes more than 30 hours to be made? Because you
Yes.
say you came up with an innovation as well as the technology to produce this maximum an hour, for example.
Yes.
So if you compare this and that, would you say the quality, the standard of the quality is the same?
Yeah, in a way, to say, because with mine, that's where we came in to say, let's create something like your lightweight, because at times the challenge is that other MPTs will tell you that they will leave their artificial limbs at home because it's heavy to carry. So now, what I know, they said like the lightweight processing, the lightweight that currently is available in the market,
Yes.
they say it weighs 2 kg. You know.
2 kg.
Yes, 2 kg. You know, so that's where I came in to say, then it means I should like at least manufacture something that's going to be like your 1.5 kg, something that's going to be a little bit lighter than what. For example, as you could see the Oscar Pictorius ones, you know, it's the lightweight, but however, it's very
You
expensive.
couldn't even run with it. I mean,
Yes.
that's how light it was.
Yes.
So then, it's pretty interesting. So, what are some of the challenges that you are facing with Ukamba in terms of tapping into the markets, maybe hospitals being receptive to your innovation and the technology that you guys use? What are some of the challenges that you're facing?
Okay. For now, at least like things are about to fall into place, you know, because previously it was as much as I said that I was able to come up with the innovation
Yes.
when it comes to a material, but also you need to get the experts as well, the industry expert, people that knows the industry.
Yes.
You know, and then I was glad like your innovation hub also came into place.
Yes.
And also like they introduce your faculty of your science and your engineering, people that can actually also assist in developing the whole project.
Yes.
You know, so for now the only challenge is that I need to what you call like the machine, because remember now that I came with a new innovation.
Yes.
So now that innovation as well, it also needs a separate machine that's not in the market. It's not yet streamed, that machine, you know.
So this machine still has to be made
Yes.
in order for it to be capable in terms of developing your own new
Yes.
lightweight
Yes.
limos.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. So, but I think an organization like the Innovation Hub they don't play such roles in helping innovators to help them to get the product to market?
That's where innovation, it's TI actually, your Technology Innovation Agency, and your Innovation Hub, your support innovation.
Technology Innovation Agency.
Yes.
TIA.
Yes.
Okay. And what else?
Also what you call Innovation Hub.
The Innovation Hub, yes.
And there's also another one that they call, it's a support program innovation,
Yes.
SPI.
Okay.
Yes.
What does SPI stands for? Is it the full name?
It stands for Support Program Innovation.
Oh, support program. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's under TTI.
Oh, the Department of Trade and Industry. So these professionals, I'm assuming engineers will have to be involved there.
Yes.
So does the Innovation Hub have a network of those people that they can link you guys with to say, okay, we've got Sibongile here from Ukuamba. She came up with this beautiful innovation. How can you assist her? Do they have such people?
Yes. I'll just like to say thank you to Innovation Hub of ECAS Lab from Soweto, you know, because
There's
like
Innovation Hub in Soweto?
yes,
I didn't know that. Where in Soweto?
just opposite Barakwane Hospital.
Oh, that place, I think, is orange in
called-
color. It's not far from
yes,
Paragwana.
yes,
Oh, I see that
yes,
place.
yes.
Soweto Empowerment Zone.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
right.
I know. I see that place. All right.
Because I think it was last week, they actually linked me with the relevant key partners actually
Yes.
to actually help us in developing the whole project, the concept and everything, you
The
know.
machines and everything.
Yes, because now, remember now, it's also going to be a new innovation for the people that actually deals with the machine that are manufacturing. So what they wanted to know more about it was the specification, to say what is it that you actually need, what is it that you want to manufacture.
Yes.
You know, so I had to describe actually the product, to give it the layout, to say that this is what I want it to look like, this it should be this, and.
Yes.
So now they are engineering that, actually are working on that. But also there was also another, I can't remember which country, but I know there's a country that currently is busy with the manufacturing of that machine, like building it. So it will depend. Is it South Africa innovator is going to be more quicker, or it's going to be internationally? So now if maybe the internationally countries stream it live quicker than South Africa, then it means that I'll have to get my machine from internationally.
Overseas,
The overseas, yes. Because I also had, like, it was GEP that also...
Gauteng Enterprise Propeller.
Yes, Gauteng
yes,
Enterprise,
GEP,
yes. They also said that they also assist when it comes to such cases, maybe be the thing that you want to develop something, but it happens that here in South Africa we don't have that machine. But maybe if they know Italy has that machine, they can actually...
They can do that?
Yes.
That's
what
interesting.
we were told in the workshop, to say that they can actually get the machine from that
Outsource
side,
it
outsource it globally, then we have it in the country then.
No, it sounds like the challenges are being attended to, and I wish you all the best in actually making this business a big success. In terms of growth, what are your growth expansion plans as far as Ukuhamba is concerned? Because I'm sure you would want to see your product not only being utilized here in South Africa, but affecting global markets, especially in Africa, you know, because there are many undeveloped countries in South Africa. And I can imagine when it comes to healthcare, there are remote areas where people don't even access to basic healthcare. I'm sure as Ukuhamba, you would like to see your product, you know, making a difference in people's life. What some of the plans that you have for your brand to tap into those markets in the future?
For now, as you have said, you know, to say that for now, for my brand, there's a reason why, like, I wanted to target, like, you know, your township, to say that should everything go well, like operationally and everything, the whole thing, like your plant and everything, the manufacturer is gonna be, like, you know, located, planted at Soweto, you know.
Is that the vision?
That's the vision of the whole concept,
vision.
to say that it's going to be manufactured from the township. Yes, from Soweto, you understand?
Yes.
And also, I would love to also, you know, give young people like a skills in a way, you know, to, especially when it comes to innovation, you know, because that's one of the things that I know that I'm very much good at. I'm very good of coming with, you know, innovation solutions and helping to better other people's life and everything.
Yeah, add value to other people's life. Because I think that's what business is about. I mean, you and I had a chat earlier on about why people start businesses. As much as it's about the bottom line, do not get me wrong. When you start a business, it's always about the bottom line. But the bottom line becomes useless when you don't add value to people's lives. It needs to be a byproduct of what you do. That's why we say start a business wherever you have passion into doing something, because even if you earn $1 or $1, you still wake up tomorrow and do that thing. And in the process, you also mentioned that one should trust the process. In the process, eventually all things will work out.
True.
Yes.
And also, you know, one of the things is to say that as much as the available lightweight prosthetics, they are available in the market.
Yes.
But however, the challenge is that they're very much expensive. So also the plan or the vision for the whole brand or the concept is to say that let's have it like, you know, those lightweight and a low-cost prosthetics, you know, meaning that we can actually get those likes of your Oscar Pistorius prosthetics in the township of Soweto, but getting in an affordable price. Maybe imagine if it's a 5,000 rand.
Yes.
So even for low-income people can necessarily afford, you know, to own one, you know, because because sometimes the challenges with amputees is that the affordability, you know, when it's something's very expensive, obviously they can't afford, then they end up not having, you know, able to own one, you know. So that's one of the things that we're working on, to add value in such a way that let it be something that's gonna, like, having a social impact in everybody, you know. Be that South Africa, we want to be well known as in South Africa, but also taking it to Africa, you know, before I take it to globally.
And the rest of the world,
yes,
of course.
yes, that's where I'm looking at for now.
No, that's pretty interesting. Sibongile, thank you so much. I think You are very inspiring, and this chat has been nothing but amazing. And welcome. Hey. Where do people find you online? Where do people find out more about Nkuhamba?
Okay, I would share some other images with you, then you can like upload it, because currently I'm still busy with the branding, you know.
Yeah, but I'm sure people can find you somewhere on social media.
Yes.
LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter.
I'm available on LinkedIn,
Yes,
like Sibongile Mongadi.
yes,
And then Twitter, same Sibongile Mongadi.
yes.
And then Facebook, I'm available as well, Sibongile Mongadi. And then I also have another account. My names are Olga,
Okay.
but my names are in the bracket.
Last but not least, what inspires you as Sibongile? What inspires you as an entrepreneur? What is that one thing that makes you to wake up every day and say, you know what? Irrespective of what is happening, what I'm going through, I'm going to live, wake up, and do this thing. What is that one thing?
Changing lives.
Changing lives.
That's what inspires me, you know.
Changing lives.
Changing lives. Because one of the slogan for our company is to say that giving you a hand, you know. As much as we were into business, your entrepreneurship, but we're also saying that we are giving you a hand, you know. So like changing lives, putting a smile on someone else's face, that's what inspires me.
I'm very touched. Well, this has been another episode of Inspired Entrepreneur on GCTV, and thank you so much to my guest, Sibongile Mongadi, who is nothing but inspiring. Cheers. See you next time.